everyone. I'm Clay Culwell, and I'm here with one of our safety team members, Lance McDonald. We're glad you tuned in to this week's video, as we have an important message that could help either you, a coworker, or even a family member.
Yeah, that's right, Clay. It's no mystery that we all lead complicated lives. In addition to our careers here at TDOT, we deal with getting our kids to ball practice, getting our aging parents to the doctor, making sure the roof doesn't leak, and that we have groceries in the pantry. According to a Pew Research Center study, 60% of Americans surveyed said they felt too busy to enjoy life.
And that's before some sort of curveball gets thrown at us, like the death of a family member, or a child struggling at school, or a car that breaks down. All of these things can add up and really take their toll on our ability to recover to fight another day. Failure to properly address stress and improve our psychological well-being can lead to serious health issues such as high blood pressure, anxiety, and depression, and can even lead to unthinkable things such as suicide.
In fact, according to the CDC, an estimated 6,000 construction workers took their lives in 2022. That compares to around 1,000 who died from a construction-related injury. Regarding this grim statistic, a spokesperson from the Association of General Contractors recently made the statement, "When you're more likely to be killed by your own hands than to get killed in a job site accident, that's a crisis in our industry." We know pretty much what needs to happen to protect people physically. We're figuring out how to protect people mentally.
While the effects of poor emotional well-being are undeniably real, we'd like to share about some of the resources we have available to help us deal with life conditions that are often difficult or challenging. If you subscribe to the Partners for Health benefit as a state of Tennessee employee, then you may have noticed that the Employee Assistance Program is now being referred to as Emotional Well-Being Solutions. A quick visit to their website reveals a variety of situations for which they offer support, including family and relationships, stress, anxiety, and depression, and dealing with addiction, just to name a few. They can even help you find a network provider, a plumber who works nights, find theater tickets, all-night pharmacies, and so much more.
Another resource of which you may not be aware is accessible via your phone. We all know to call 911 in case of emergency, but did you know that in the event of a personal emotional crisis, you can either call or text 988 and be connected to free support via the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. As of 2022, all cell phone carriers are now routing these 3-digit calls to a national network of more than 200 crisis centers that help thousands of people overcome crisis situations every day.
As members of one great big family here at TDOT, it's extremely important that we are aware of these resources and that we share them with our coworkers. We also need to be on the lookout for anyone who may be struggling with their emotional well-being.
That's right, Clay. Don't get me wrong, we all have a bad morning every now and then, like when you run out of hot water in the shower or you leave your cell phone at home. But that's not what we're talking about. We know our team members pretty darn well, and we should be able to pick up on someone not being themselves. Check out the web link to the National Alliance on Mental Illness for a detailed list of common signs that someone is struggling. And don't be afraid to ask a person if they need help.
We can assure you that there are TDOT team members who are struggling with something right now and who may or may not reach out for help. We owe it to each other to be willing to stand in the gap and talk openly about our well-being with each other. That's part of what true families do. Please share this important information with both your work and home families and support emotional well-being for the right reasons.